Deep within the heart of a tranquil forest, life moved at its own gentle pace. Birds chirped in the canopy, leaves rustled with the breeze, and the animals coexisted, each with their own special rhythms and routines. Among them lived a hare, brimming with boundless energy and overflowing with pride in his swiftness. He hopped through the woods with lightning speed, always eager to prove he was the fastest creature in the land. His feet hardly seemed to touch the ground as he zipped from one end of the meadow to the other, delighting in the admiration and sometimes envy of his fellow animals. Yet among all the dwellers in the forest, there was none so unhurried or steadfast as the tortoise. With heavy shell and steady stride, the tortoise navigated every path with quiet determination. He never rushed or boasted about his journey. Instead, he focused on each step, moving slowly but purposefully through the world. One bright morning, as the tortoise ambled along a winding path, the hare bounded up beside him, a wide grin on his face. "Look at you, so slow and steady," the hare teased, his voice playful but tinged with arrogance. "Don't you ever wish you could be faster? At this rate, you'll never catch up to the rest of us." Unfazed, the tortoise looked up with wise, gentle eyes. "Perhaps I am slow," he replied calmly, "but I am always moving forward. Sooner or later, I arrive where I mean to go." The hare could not resist the temptation. "If you think you can keep up, why don't we have a race?" he challenged, chuckling at the very thought. "I'll bet all the carrots in my garden I'll win before you've even left the starting line." The tortoise nodded, his smile unbroken. "Let's race to the big tree across the field," he suggested. Word of the contest traveled fast, and soon the animals of the forest gathered, buzzing with excitement. They watched eagerly as the tortoise and the hare lined up, side by side, ready to prove themselves. The fox, a wise old creature admired for her fairness, raised her paw to signal the start. "On your marks! Get set! Go!" she cried. With a burst of energy, the hare leapt forward, a blur of fur and speed. In moments, he was a distant spot on the trail, while the tortoise took his first steady steps, methodical and unhurried. The crowd cheered, some for speed, others for perseverance. Confident of his victory, the hare galloped ahead and, midway through, paused to look back. The tortoise was but a small dot on the horizon, plodding along at his usual pace. The hare laughed to himself. "Such a slowpoke! I have time for a nap." He curled up beneath a tree, closed his eyes, and soon drifted into a deep sleep. Unbeknownst to the sleeping hare, the tortoise continued onward, step after patient step. He did not look to the left or right, nor did he pause for rest or distraction. His eyes remained fixed on the distant tree, his goal unwavering. As dusk crept across the sky, painting the forest in soft golden hues, the tortoise finally reached the finish. The assembled animals erupted in cheers, marveling at the tortoise's determination and resolve. Just then, the hare awoke with a start. Realizing what had happened, he scrambled to his feet and dashed toward the finish line. But it was too late. The tortoise had already won. The hare hung his head, humbled and bewildered. The tortoise smiled kindly and spoke with gentle wisdom. "Slow and steady wins the race." The lesson was clear. Patience, perseverance, and unwavering focus can achieve what sheer speed and arrogance often cannot. From that day forward, the hare learned humility, and the forest grew more harmonious, with each animal valuing the strengths and lessons each brought to their shared home.